this location actually emailed me and called me in because they were having issues. It wasn't accepting cash. It was having an issue with the card reader. And actually, when they tried to make a selection, it was saying it charged $99.95 for a selection. So I actually was just here last week. But anyways, so I went in not really knowing what exactly was going on. Again, I still am like maybe a year in. This is only my second location. Well, probably almost 2 years now, but this is only my second location that I've had. But I didn't know what to do. So first, I always try to do the easiest thing when I go to a location. Yes, I know there's an issue, but I still did bring in some new snacks, some Sour Patch, some Sour Patch candy. I think it was 3 different varieties. But anyways, so I went ahead and did that, as you see. Still not knowing. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I always try to do a little bit of research before coming. Always look up the model number of your machine and see if you can get a owner's manual. That works out a lot. They actually have situations on there. If that doesn't help, I know my supplier, where I actually got the vending machines from, they're always a lot of help. They actually said we was going to set up a time to where we can come in, and they was going to show me a few things on a few tips and tricks how to fix some certain things myself, because I got to order I believe 2 parts for my soda machine. So they said that they'll actually show me how to fix it for free. So awesome. Shout out to Douglas Distributing. So I'm actually located in Indianapolis. So if you're Midwest, I do recommend going through them because they're very first time vending machine owner friendly. There's no dumb questions. There's there's nothing, no call that goes unanswered. Most of the time, if you call, and if they are busy, leave a message, they'll actually call you right back, which is awesome. Or sometimes I just stop in like, hey, is Ben or Joe here? But anyways, I actually did go there before going here. I should have put that video in. But anyways, so you see, at first I was being kind of lazy. I wasn't pulling out the trays to load them because this location has gotten pretty slow as it got cold. As it's getting colder, it gets slow when it's the winter time. I do recommend trying to find a location that is busy 24 hours. However, when I first got this location, it was pretty good, but it was hot. So I didn't really know that the season was going to change the business of it, but now I know. And now I'm telling you to ask that as a question, like, hey, does business fluctuate with seasons, or does it fluctuate at all? That's a good question to ask, and that's something that I'm gonna note when I go looking for my next location. But this location I actually purchased through Vending Biz. So like I said, I recommend asking that question. I actually recommend just kind of scouting yourself. Go in, look, see if they have a vending machine if you can, or ask. And if not, ask them, hey, what are your hours and what's the foot traffic like, and this, that, and the other. I don't recommend if they say any commission, or if they mention commission, don't recommend that at all, because like I said, with this location, it's a slow season. So just imagine if they were like, oh, okay, yeah, you can put your vending machine in here, but we need $40 a week or something like that. And it's like, okay, well, it's okay now if you're getting like, $100 a week. But when it's slow, and say you're only getting $40 a week, so now you're actually in the negative because you still have to put product in there. So, and also, if time is slow, or not time, but if business is slow, I also do recommend checking those expiration dates. I didn't realize that till just around this time because I wasn't used to business being that slow. But so always check that. It looks like here I'm actually going ahead, done stocking, and now I'm repricing. So when I repriced, it actually fixed everything. So when I repriced, of course, it changed the prices, but it also recalibrated the credit card reader. So that was great. And I knew that was kind of going to happen. Well, I was hoping that was going to happen because it happened last time when I re-put the prices in. It changed the credit card reader. So that was good. With this being the second time it has happened, I did actually talk to the person at the location, and I do recommend that as well, having a decent point of contact or someone you could talk to in regards to what's going on with the machine. Like, have you guys have an outage? Do you guys have power outages or what? Because this is the second time it's happened, and that's kind of weird. Because if it's unplugged and you plug it back up, it's fine. But if you have a power outage, that typically can happen. What I'm doing now, which is it kind of makes you have to redo or reprogram the whole machine. So when I spoke with my point of contact, he did say yes, they did have a power outage, and they also did have a power outage the first time it happened. So I was like, okay, well, boom, that's why. But without knowing that, I'm thinking like, oh, I might need a whole nother motherboard to fix these two issues. But turns out it's just because they're having power outages. Now, prayerfully, hopefully they don't keep having those. Hopefully it doesn't fry the board. That's something I'm going to actually ask my distributor and make sure that's not a thing that might happen, or maybe I need to go ahead and get a board just to be proactive, just in case. But yeah, so I was kind of happy that it wasn't just the machine, it was actually where where it was, the location. So that's why location does matter. Like I said, this is only my second location. First location I had was actually in a barbershop, to where it was okay. I was making decent money. Only thing was he wanted commission, so then it kind of made it, I was breaking even. So I was like, oh, so I moved it. But here now I decided to get you a little closer up to the programming, because it was actually hard for me to get there at first, getting the machine. So just so you know, to get to where you price your items, you actually have to hit, on my machine, it's a yellow button on the motherboard of your machine. Yours might be a different color, but it's a yellow button, and it'll say help or system or something like that, and then you actually hit the down arrow, and then from there it'll basically tell you how to navigate your machine. Like mine's H is to execute, it does have the down and up arrows, so that's awesome. But you can go from row to row, selection to selection, or whole machine. I actually did do majority of them I did row. Some of them I did single product, just because I did go ahead and up the price to $1.25 on the sour candy I just put in there. And I believe it was like some cookies left over that seems to be selling pretty good, so I did up the price on that. But otherwise, this is me just going in and saving it. And just a heads up, that little beeping noise, not sure if you're gonna be able to hear it on the video, but that beeping noise gets so annoying when you're trying to program it. But I mean, it's just something you have to do. But I'm like, oh my gosh, why does it have to be so obnoxious? And it was kind of quiet at that time. Like I said, the location is kind of slow, so it's kind of quiet. So all I hear is beep, beep, beep. I'm like, oh my gosh, please stop. But anyways, so I went ahead and went through that and did that for, now I'm doing my single selections. See, and if you pay attention, see, I'm kind of hard-headed, so I'm just like, why? I couldn't find it at first. But if you pay attention, the machine tells you key 1 for product, or it tells you which buttons to push. I, for the life of me, could not get to the menu, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? So, but this is how you do it. Single product, entire row. See, I didn't hit the wrong button, because why did I go all the way back out? So when you come in again, just to reiterate, you hit that button on your motherboard. It takes you to a menu. You hit down on the menu till it says pricing, because it does give you a lot of other options. It's like pricing, errors, accounting, which I went there because I'm like, well, what does accounting do? But I do recommend you do go through those selections just to get more familiar with your machine. And even I'm sorry, I'm actually looking at it. But I do also recommend just pricing, even like changing your prices, just to change your prices, just so you don't forget how to do it, because that's what happened to me. So always just go ahead, go in, change your prices, or at least get to the pricing menu, just to make sure you still know how to do it. And this round, I did not even look at how much cash I had on hand, because I knew how I just went there last week. So I was like, oh, if it's $5-10, it can stay in there till next time. I did do that. And also, see, view errors, accounting, field dispense. I think I went on that just to see what it did. Yeah, so that does that. But and when you're done with this menu, you just hit the button again. You hit that button on the motherboard just to go back to insert money, and it'll save. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Follow on TikTok and on Instagram, and I will see you next time. Thank you.